It is our visions that do. A vision is a dream with a deadline. Jayson, that's why we have to be limitless and know what is the real definition of being limitless. Kasi lahat naman tayo dito may pangarap eh. Tama? May pangarap ba tayo lahat? Pakitaas mo pa kayo ng mga may pangarap. Okay, alam ko corny itong question na to. Thank you for indulging me. Now, this one is not corny anymore. If you have a dream and you can achieve it on your own, then it means that your dream is not big enough. Because in order for you to achieve something of significance, you need the help of others. Do you agree with that? And it's impossible for one man to be invincible. No man can be invincible. But together, we are. Together, we are. Where there's no vision, the people perish. Yes, but if we have a shared vision, we will be able to accomplish our goals together. Let's find out first, what is our definition of being limitless? You cannot be limitless if you do not define your limits. We have limits, of course, correct? One day is 24 hours, 86,400 seconds ba? If I'm not mistaken. So, ito yung mga limits na kailangan natin ma-overcome. You watch this movie, Limitless. He was able to do anything. He was able to project 50 moves ahead of time. But then, he crumbled. And then, siya mismo, proving that there's no such person or individual who can be limitless. Pero pag sama-sama tayo, ngayon meron tayong synergy and we can do even the things that are impossible, turning the impossible into possible. So ito yung una, limits. Focus. Correct? Yung focus natin, dahil we only have, yung oras natin, you can do anything, but you cannot do everything. Am I right? You can do anything, but you cannot do everything. So, parang ganito yan. Ako, that's why I love sales people. I'm not just talking about sales. I've been in sales for the longest time in the past. In fact, through God's grace, I earned my first million in sales when I was 22 years old. And I thought I was invincible. And I started earning my next million. At the age of 26, I started 4 different businesses all at the same time. And that's when I met my demise. Ito kasi ang problema. Akala natin yung limitless. Iniisip natin na para maging invincible tayo, kaya natin gawin lahat. So, ang gagawin natin, magtatayo tayo ng isang business, for example, or we're with AIA. Right? Sasabihin mo, ay, okay lang. Pwede pa akong gumawa ng iba. Pwede naman ako siguro mag-health card. Related naman, connected. Pwede rin ako mag-real estate. Kasi real estate naman, wala naman conflict eh. Tapos ngayon, pandemic, anong gagawin natin? Magdebenta tayo ng pagkain. Ano ba yung mga pagkain na nauso? Ube, pandesal. Sino nakakain yan? Oo, ano pa? Yung mga baked sushi. Right? Sino yung mga plantito at plantita dito? O magbebenta na rin ako ng mga indoor plants. Ano ba pagkakaiba ng indoor and outdoor plants? Ang outdoor plants, 100 pesos. Pag pinasok mo na indoor na tawag doon, 1,000 na yung presyo. Correct? So, ito ang problem. Pag nag-start tayo ng marami, itong nangyayari, kalahati lang yung baso. Then, we will start another thing. We will start selling, instead of filling a glass with orange juice, what we do is you get another glass, squeeze na naman, bagong baso na naman. After that, bagong baso na naman. Actually, kaya naman natin gawin lahat eh. Pag naka-focus lang tayo, we can do the impossible. Ang problema, we're doing too much. Correct? Can you relate to this? So instead of squeezing half lang yung glass, what we need to be doing is squeeze natin siya ng buong baso na. And then pag buong baso, na-squeeze na natin yung juice, naubos na, puno na yung baso. That's the only time we can get another glass, squeeze another orange juice, or probably look for another fruit. How much percentage yung effort na pinasok naman natin dito? From 100%. Ask yourself that question. Give it your best. Kasi sinasabi natin, liit kita, laki kita. Mali yun. Liit lugi, laki lugi. Take it from an expert like me. Focus. This is who? Parang konti.
Leo DiCaprio.
Ayan. Parang itong sign na to, parang hindi yata nanonood ng pelikula. No? Anong lasa na panood natin? Halimaw sa banga. Okay. Good. Si Leo. Did you know that Leonardo DiCaprio, he won the Academy Award? Talking about the Academy Award, no? He won the Academy Award for the movie, Best Actor, The Revenant, right? But did you know that Leo was supposed to be Spider-Man? That he was supposed to be a Jedi Knight. He declined those roles because he knew that he is a character actor. And that's the reason why he became Best Actor. Focus natin. Sabi ni Bruce Lee, pakibasa sabay-sabay. 1, 2, 3, go!
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 hits once, but I fear the man who has practiced one hit.
Yan. That is the power of focus. Alam mo, na-miss ko na to. Everyone, can you please stand up? I'll show you the power of focus. Ayan. So everyone, look up here. I learned this from a good friend. Pakitaas yung kanang kamay. Can you point to the ceiling? Power of focus. Can you do circles? Kaya? Okay, madali lang, no? Okay ba yung kamay? Raise your left hand. This time, point to the ceiling. Do triangles. Triangles. Kaya ba? Anong triangle po? Hindi po hexagon, ha? Hindi ko hurwis. Hindi kayo hurwis kayo, ha? O, para lang may magawa, no? Okay, babapin ko kayo ulit. You know what's next? Raise both of your hands. On the right hand, do circles. And on the left hand, do triangles. Go. Yeah. Kaya ba? Pag nakayanan yan, ibig sabihin, hindi kayo tao. Ayan. Kasi, focus. Everyone, pakitaas yung kanang kamay ulit. Point to the ceiling. Do circles. Hindi kaya, no? O, kaya pala. Pakibaba yung kamay. Left foot this time. Do squares. Left foot, square. Ayan. Kaya? Okay, this time around, with your right hand, do circles, and with your left foot, do squares. Go. Ayan. Nakita niyo ba? May bagong dance craze kayo, no? K-pop. Okay, kaya ba? Uy, kaya daw. Sige nga, tignan natin kung pala yung hugis magkaiba na eh. So, everyone, look up here. I need 110% of your undivided attention. Focus. This is a study from Harvard. So, focus ha. Tingin lang kayo sa akin dito. I want you to snap your fingers on the right hand 3 times. Yan. Left hand 3 times. Right hand 3 times. Okay, do a finger heart. And put it on your chin. Come on. Good? Put it on your chin. Very good. Put it on your chin. Very good. Very good. Ayan. Meron ako nakikita dito sa iyo. Put your hand on your chin. Very good. On your chin. So, takas ka yan, ha? Ito mga magagaling. Put your hand on your chin. On your chin. Pero may nakita ko sa likod. Put your hand on your chin. Ay, chin pala, no? Okay. Diffuse light remains static. And diffuse light has no power or impact. But if you use a magnifying glass and put it under the rays of the sun, it can burn through a paper relief. Correct? But if you focus its energies even more, it can even cut through solid steel as it becomes a laser. Yan yung power ng focus. Ngayon, kailangan, being limitless, we need to focus also on our strengths. Sino sa inyo meron kayong strengths? Sino sa inyo may weaknesses? You know, pag weaknesses, mas mabilis ang taas ang kamay. And Michael Jordan, his strength is to be a basketball player. But then, he became a baseball player. What happened? He wasn't able to maximize his strengths. Everyone, para pakita ko sa inyo, yung power ng focusing on our strengths. Everyone, raise both of your hands. Point to the ceiling. Can you do triangles at the same time? Triangle. Kaya na, diba? Kasi focus kayo eh. Squares at the same time. Yeah. Now, I want you to do squares, left and right, tapos yung right foot nyo, gawin nyo rin square. Sabay-sabay. Mahirap, di ba? Pero kaya. Di ba mas kaya? Okay, ngayon naman, dalawang paa naman, square, tapos yung dalawang paa, square. Ayan. Pag nakayanan yan, matatakot na mas ninyo, no? Isa kayong maligno. Now, I want everyone to raise both your hands, point to the ceiling, do circles at the same time. This is what you have to do to be limitless. Pakibaba ng konti. Lagay ko sa side. Ayan, hindi ba sa inyo familiar? Nakalakpanin mo yung sarili nyo. Move from your comfort zone. Enter your courage zone. Never go out of your strength zone. And you can make and chart your destiny. Our strengths. Yan ang naging problema ko. Sobrang dami kong ginagawa before. And then relationships. For those of you who have heard me speak, I was contemplating if I will share. Sabi ko, sige, mag-share ako a little bit. Kasi hindi tayo live dun eh. Online tayo para iba naman. Natawa ko kanina, si Miss Ikar pa yung nagsabi nun kanina na, okay, everyone, Type C. O kahit live tayo, napapa-Type C ka na rin eh. Relationships. Our relationships can only be limited. It's like a Lego. Yung Lego natin, yung connectors natin, konti lang. Pinipili lang natin. Tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. Tell me who your friends are and I will show you your future. Yan. Pakitignan niyo katabi niyo? Yan ang future niyo. Whether you like it or not. By the way, do you like the person sitting beside you again? Liars. Years na. Oh, excited na na. So, ito pa, no? Sabi ko kanina yung time. So, teach us to number our days. And this is one of the most valuable verses in the Bible. It says here, so you can gain a heart of wisdom. A man who was so busy, he had no time for his family. One day, natauhan siya. And then he has daughters, the eldest, would be going to high school, second year high school. So he thought of gathering marbles and putting it in a jar, and he counted all the Saturdays that he would be spending with his daughter until she graduates and leaves home. He counted 143 Saturdays. He placed 143 marbles, and every Saturday he would put one out to count and see in real time how many Saturdays he would be spending with his daughter. So tignan natin, yung time natin limited. So ngayon, alam mo na yung limits natin. Now you can shoot for the stars. Here are 3 things that will make us invincible. And we can be limitless. The first one is challenge your limits. You are your biggest limit. Correct? Look at yourself in the mirror. I hope you like what you see. Because you cannot face a problem if your problem is your face. But usually the problem with the problem is not the problem. The problem with the problem is how you and I see the problem. And the biggest problem of all is if you are the problem, if I am the problem. So, ito yung importante, no? Kailangan umpisa, we need to start believing in ourselves. And by the way, I hope you don't mind, I'll be sharing some stories about myself. Okay lang ba? Kasi minsan-minsan lang tayo magkakasama, no? By the way, hindi ko pala natanong, who among you will hear me speak for the first time? Pakitaas ko yung kamay. Okay, parang yung iba, hindi ko nagtaas ang kamay, tinanong ko kung narinig na ako, hindi pa. Sino yung kahit tanong ko, ayaw talaga magtaas ang kamay. Ayan, oo. Nagsimula ako ng business at a young age. I was around 18 years old. And during that time, I used to work for a relative who has a boutique in Alimol. You know where Alimol is, right? In Cubao, yung time na nakakatakot pang pumunta ng Cubao. And they were paying me around 20 pesos per hour. So 20 pesos per hour, that's where I learned the value of discipline, hard work, and the value of money. And every day, we were given a 1-hour break during my work there. And one day, while I was roaming around Animal during that 1-hour break, I saw this watch inside this watch store's showcase window. When I saw that watch, it was like love at first sight. So pumasok ko dun sa watch store, tinanong ko yung sales lady. Sabi ko, Miss, ano makita yung relalo? Sabi niya, sige po sir. Inabot ka sa akin. Kinukus ko na ini-imagine ko, suot ko na. Sabi ko sa kanya, Miss, magkano pala to? Sabi sa akin, 25,000 daw. Eh yung sweldo sa akin nun, 20 pesos per hour. So kino-compute kung mabibili ko yung relo ng around 7 months time. Yan ay pag di ako nag-almusal, di ako nag-lunch, di ako nag-dinner. In other words, imposible. Pero di ba kung gusto, may paraan? Kung ayaw maraming dahilan. So no excuses. I tried looking for the perfect opportunity for me. I found it out of all places during a party. Wala akong kotse nun, lagi na nagsabay. Pagsabay ko sa friend ko, nakalimutan ko magpabango. Eh yung friend ko, nandun sa car niya, may pabango. Sabi ko, bro, meron naman ng pabango. Nakalimutan ko eh. Sabi, sino? Spray ako ng gano'n. Sabi sa akin, Jace, yan pala yung negosyo ko. Hulaan mo magkano yan, perfume na yan. Sabi ko, pabango, 3,000? Lower. 2,000, lower pa rin ito. Binabago na talaga, 500, lower pa rin. Sabi ko, magkano ba yung pabango na yan? Ang sagot niya sa akin, 150 pesos lang daw. Ang tawag daw doon, imitation perfume. Take note, imitation, hindi fake. Ang fake, illegal. Same bottle, iba yung laman. Imitation, ginaya lang yung fragrances. So nagsimula ako kumuha ng stock sa kanya. Binibenta ko ng 150 hanggang 250, puhunan. Kuha ko sa kanya 120. Kaya lang medyo matalino to, no? Na-discover ko sa Divisoria pala tutuban, ang puhunan, 80 pesos lang. 80 pesos. Sino pala sa inyo dito namimili sa mga Divisoria, tutuban, bukay, pwede ba pagtaas sa kamay? Pre-pandemic, pwede hanggang ngayon, yan. Tapos yun ang kamay nyo, Mipron. Nakita yung mga kamay na yan? Ang tawag sa kanila, they are frugal and wise spenders. Tama ba? Yung Tagalog mga kuripot at makukunat, yan mga yan, no? Yan ako yung best friend. Ako rin, namimili ako. So nagsimula ako magbenta ng imitation perfume. Ang dami kong nabenta rin kasi mag-Christmas. So pinanre-regalo. Tapos pag for personal use, mas marami silang binibili. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi mabilis mo wala yung amoy. No, really. Kaya marami silang binibili. Subukan niyo, gumamit ka ng imitation perfume. Pag in-spray mo yan sa katawan mo, may katabi ka, napasingon ng gano'n, ayun, wala nang amoy yun. So, wala mo na naman mag-spray. So, dami kong nabenta nun. Nakakahiya man aminin. Nagbenta ako dahil sa Divisoria, nakahanap ako ng almost 100 gift items. From pang-ipit sa buhok na Hello Kitty. 18 pesos nagbenta ako niyan. Yung mga chopping boards na unbreakable, yung mga ball pens that will light up every time you write. And one of my best sellers is an alarm clock from Divisoria, a Hello Kitty alarm clock. Ang dami ko ding nabenta nung kaya lang madalas akong mapaaway. Kasi galing Divisoria eh. Marami kasing bumibili ng alarm clock, minsan pinapatulog ng 6 o'clock, minsan tumutunog 8 o'clock na. So late sa opisina ng 2 oras. Nakita ko yung relo, October, I was able to buy that watch December 18, in just 2 months time. 18 ako noon, that was 10 years ago. Alam mo itong mga nasa unahan, parang feeling close Thank you Yan po ang next topic pag na-invite ko, integrity in the workplace. Napakompute na ako. That was 26 years ago. It's a Tag Heuer watch, 2-tone gold and silver bracelet. And up until today, every time I would deliver a talk online or on stage, I would always wear my watch. You know why? Because this reminds me that anything is possible. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in what you're doing, and most importantly, if you believe in God, that you can do all things through Him who gives you strength. There is nothing impossible if you know how to focus, you know where you are limited at, so that you can focus on where you can be limitless. Know your calling, and that calling, you make sacrifices. Sacrifice is not about giving up something. Sacrifice is about moving to the next level, and know that that calling is important to me. That thing that I hold dearly is something that I will give my best. Not 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. I'll give that thing 100%. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then no one will. You know what motivation is? They call me a motivational speaker. Some don't want to be called a motivational speaker. They say they're inspirational speakers. I don't know what's the difference. But you see, motivation, you cannot motivate people on things that they are not capable of doing. You can only motivate people on things that they're already capable of doing. And some people, they do not need motivation. They need a change of perception first. Palitan natin yung ating focus, palitan natin yung perspective natin, palitan natin yung mindset natin. Now, I hope you don't mind, I'll go down. Nakamas naman po kayo. Now, if I mention the word dog, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? Dog. Pet. Ano yan? Pulutan? Dog. Come on, dog. Need to trick question. Loyal, man's best friend, playful, pet, at original. Okay, 3 more. Dog. Lovable, rabbis. Ayan yung inintay ko. Ito pong group na to, Pinoy na Pinoy, no? Katabi ko na, kunyari walang nakikita. Tapos nagdadasal na ko yan, please don't pick me, please don't pick me. Okay lang po, hindi ko kayo tatawagin, huwag kayo mag-alala. Sino po nagsabing rabbis? Ayan. Parehas po tayo. Kami ng wife ko, pag narinig niya yung word na dog, this is what she sees. A picture of a toy dog. Yan. Cute ba? Cute ba? Okay. Everyone say, Yan. Tingin po sa katabi. Say, Yung wife ko, when she was young, she wasn't close to her dad. They went to a pet store. She was around grade 6. Paglabas niya ng car na muna siya, nagulat siya yung dad niya, may dala-dala ng puppy. It was a good memory for her. She loves dogs. Kaya yung toy dog niya, katabi niya yung matulog every night. Kaya siguro yung nag-asawa kami, medyo sanay na siyang katabi ako matulog, no? Ako naman, on the other hand, when I hear the word dog, this is what I see. A picture of a German Shepherd. Pares kami. Ni Sir. Kasi nung bata ako, may kapitbahay kami na may German Shepherd. Pag lumabas siya ng bahay, papasok na ako. I don't like dogs. Takot ako sa aso. Okay? Hindi ba siguro sa inyo, hindi pa kayo nagmimerienda pag narinig yung word na dog, ito yung pumapasok sa inyo. Iba-iba po tayo. Iba-iba. But you know, my daughters, they love dogs and took 6 months of prayer. Sabi sa akin, Dad, can we have a dog? Dad, can we have a dog? Sabi, it's impossible for us to have a dog. Isa kaka-pray, ito yung prayer every night, Heavenly Father, thank you for this life. They were around 5 and 6 years old. And Lord, we pray that we will have a dog. Change Daddy's heart. Amen. So kumuha kami ng dog. Wala dyan sa slides. But now Oreo is with us. He's like family to us. Okay? And I told my kids, treat Oreo as if he's your brother because we don't have a boy yet. A change of perception. Now, pag tinanong ko kayo, pag sinabi ko yung word ng money, ano yung unang pumapasok sa isip nyo? Energy. Aba? Ako, nagkautang-utang na nag-ruby negosyo. Hindi ko lang narinig ko sa mga isang DOP na seminar. Sabi ko doon, in 2010, I lost everything. I had to talk similar to this. Ang topic lang financial literacy and financial freedom something in a conference. And she shared ko yung experience ko. We had 8 credit cards all with debt. Because our business went bankrupt, our debts ballooned, and we used our credit cards for our restaurant business. Nabayaran na namin yung 7, isa na natitira nila. Tapos yung huling credit card, sabi sa kanila, this is the last credit card and we paid it off 2 days ago. Got a pair of scissors, I thought everyone's called plastic surgery, give me the cards, speak about freedom! Tapos yung mga tao nakatungangan lang sa akin. Ayan, parang ginagawa niya, wala akong nakakilala. Sabi sa kanila, wala akong pakialam kung feeling yung corny ako, but I'm a big fan of the movie Braveheart. Sigaw ko ulit, freedom! Ayan, nagulat ako, lahat doon sigawan freedom. Alam niyo kung bakit? Lahat pala sila may utang din. Okay, curious lang ako, may good debt at bad debt, no? So, huwag tayo magkahiyaan. Sino po sa inyo dito, amen? Meron kayong utang, pakitaas ang kamay. Liars go to hell. Ayan, mga good debt to good debt. Yeah, who among you are hoping and praying that your debt disappears? Can you please raise your hand? Good. Who among you are hoping and praying that the person you owe money to disappear? Don't raise your hand. Masama po yan. Dapat pag ganyan pinag-pray, Lord, kunin mo na yung mga biyaya na ibibigay mo sa kanila. Yung money, alam niyo ba, yung nalugi ako, ito yung naging perception ko. I was poor. I was millions in debt. And changed my perception. One of my good friends who lost more than me, when we met, he has recovered already. He told me, Jayson, pag ikaw nawalan ka ng pera, nawalan ka ng negosyo, huwag ka magmumukhang kawawa. Kasi kawawa ka na nga magmumukha ka pang kawawa. Ang tawag ko sa'yo, chihuahua. And ever since that time, I never considered myself poor, never. I only considered myself broke. Because poor is permanent. It is a state of being. But broke is only temporary. One day, matatapos din yan. And you can fail with dignity, grace, and self-respect. A change in perception and mindset. Because what you see is who you are. Change who you are so you would see differently. Does that make sense? Wala nang task. Nakikita na natin yung picture clearly. And this is not in any way meant to be salacious. Ibig sabihin, walang mali siya. Anong nakikita nyo dito sa image na to? Tahimik. Sino po sa inyo nakita nyo yung image ng man and woman intimate with each other? Bakit taas ang kamay? Taas ang kamay? Ayan. Good. Sino sa inyo nakita nyo yung dolphins? Diba, konting-konti lang. Ang dami natin dito, parang wala pang 10. Ibig sabihin niya, mamaya share ko ano. Okay. Alam niyo ba, this is a study among children around 5 to 6 years old. And they found out that children that age, most of them, they won't see the man and woman intimate with each other. Ano makikita nila? Dolphins. Ayan, ito po, nagtatalo yung nasa ulan. May dolphins, wala naman dolphins. May ibig sabihin po yan. Share sa inyo mamaya. May ibig sabihin yan. Nakikita niyo to? Buntot po yan, no? Ito yung ulo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dolphins. Sino sa inyo hanggang ngayon hindi nyo pa rin nakikita yung dolphins? So, okay, piyalas, saan taas ang kamay? Yan po, taas ang kamay, come on. Yung mga nagtaas pa ng kamay, pakicheck ha, yung mga ano po natin, officers. Kailangan po ng counseling session yan mamaya. Oo, mag-stay kayo dito hanggang mga 12 midnight. Okay? Oo. Sino sa inyo nakita nyo kagad yung man and woman intimate with each other pag labas pa lang? Taas ang kamay? Look around, look around. So, alam niyo na kayo naman ang mga utak ng mga yan, no? Favorite color, green, kahit naka-red. Alam niyo ba, no? I just want to share something. Is it okay? This is really embarrassing. I don't share this normally, no? But I feel close to it. I've been with you for many times. Share ko na sa inyo. You know, I've been showing this image for a long time already. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa rin nakikita yung man and woman intimate with each other. Ang dolphins lang nakikita ko. Integrity in the workplace. Integrity in the workplace. Yung mga nagtaas po ng kamay kanina, lalapitan ko kayo yung mga hindi pa nakita ng dolphins. Now, if I mention the word sales, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? Ayan, dito po tayo. Sales. Ano na pumapasok sa isip natin? Benta, targets, okay? Money, good? Kita, profit, commission, ano po? Pressure. Stress. Dinagdagan pa. Ito malutong stress. Tapos kasama mo yung manager na dyan din, no? Okay, 3 more. Sales. Opportunity, discount. Okay, products, clients. Okay, good. Commissions. Now, this is a word cloud from the study of Daniel Pink, to sell is human. And they found out that people, when they hear the word sales, the biggest words are those word mentioned more often. And what's the biggest word there? Pushy, iyak pa. Sa 25 adjectives, 5 lang ang positive. At nakita niyo yung positive ang liit-liit? May nakita kayo? Fun, essential, important. Pero yung malalaki, no? Yak. Yan kasi ang perception ng mga tao pagdating sa sales. Alam niyo ba yung ginagawa niyo? Sales is one of the most difficult and yet one of the most rewarding out of all. In fact, you should love selling. Ako, I love selling until today because I speak. Pag niya ko kinuha, okay lang. Why? Because that's part of it. And it's not really about rejecting you. Because one day you go to them, kaya ako, I don't follow that rule yung ABC, always be closing. I'd rather use the word ABC, always be connecting. Kasi pag nagko-connect tayo, ang nangyayari, nagbi-build tayo ng relationship. I was just coaching someone who's very close to me. My sister actually. Kaya by the way, kung gusto niyo maging limitless, you start learning also from other groups, other people. And she was able to close an amount of almost 100 million. She's also in the insurance industry. And you know, it took her 5 years. Wala nang pag-asa. Biglang one day na-close. Imposible ba yun? Yes. Pero naging posible, bakit? Because of connecting. If your definition of sales, and thank you for being honest, but if your definition of sales is quota, targets, mahirap po yan. Pag money, mahirap lang yan. Mahirap yan. Kasi pagkausap mo yung tao, makikita nila eh. Pero pag binago natin yung perspective natin of sales, it changes everything. That if people reject you, para sa'yo, okay lang yan. It's not my loss, it's their loss. Pero kung naman sabihin ang yabang mo, it's my loss. Huwag yung papasabihin. Pag nakatalikod na din ako, umiyak na nagugulog, sumasumalo pa. But ako, honestly, my attitude is like that. And I don't tell the client, of course, don't burn bridges. I still build relationships with them. Kasi alam niyo yung value na binibigay niyo sa mga kliyente niyo, that you will give them the best. Give them your best. And AIA is one of the best companies, not just in the Philippines, but in the world. Wala ba kayong mga kamay? Selling is creating the most value for the most people. If you're creating value, you will never run out of clients. If you're creating value, yan ang limitless. Limitless, hindi lang tayo nakatingin sa sarili natin. Limitless, nakatingin tayo sa labas. Ang insurance, until the day we die, financial services, until the day we die, we will never run out of people to help. Never run out of people to connect with. Because you are not in the business of selling financial services. You are in the business of changing lives. And you will help so many people because of that. And you know, my sister, her husband died at the age of 38. And she learned from it and she started believing in it because it changed the trajectory of her life. Kita niyo ba ito? Gumagalaw ba o hindi? Is it moving, yes or no?
Yes.
No, it's an optical illusion. Ganun mo habang gumagalaw? Yes, kasi kahit sabihin mo, hindi gumagalaw, eh, gumagalaw eh. Because our eyes can deceive us, our mind can deceive us dahil sa mga patterns. And we need to break those patterns so we can focus on the right things. I'll share something, math to. Every time I give you an equation, please answer back. Ready na ba kayo?
Yes.
Game na ba kayo?
Yes.
Thank you. Doon ko nakita na medyo tumatanda na pala ako. No? Sa isang school, tinanong ko yung mga estudyante, game na ba kayo? Walang sumagot. Hindi na nila naabutan. Thank you mga kaedad. Maraming salamat. Okay. Everyone, 1,000 plus 40. Okay, louder, a little louder. More energy, Okay. 1,000 plus 40.
1,040.
Plus 1,000?
2,040.
Plus 30.
1,070.
Plus 1,000?
1,070.
Plus 20. Plus 1,000?
1,090.
Plus 10. Nandito po ako sa group na ito, nakatingin pa rin sila sa heaven, no? Okay. Ayan. Bakit iba-iba yung sagot natin? Pattern. Nakakalito. So meron tayong mga pinaniniwalaan before na nakakalito na kailangan natin magutin. Correct? Sino nagsabing 5,000? Pakitaas ang kamay? Sino yung nagsabing hindi 5,000? Sino yung mga mapapride ayaw magkamali? Ayan. Ulitin natin para makita natin kung ano yung tama. Ready Game na ba kayo?
Yes.
Okay. Ready 1,000 plus 40.
1,040.
Konting energy 1,000 plus 40.
1,030.
Plus 1,000?
1,040.
Plus 30.
1,070.
Si Ma'am, ang galing ang ganda ng cellphone, tumitiklop na. Gumagamit ng calculator Ma'am, can I get your name? Ano pong name natin?
Georgie Patricia.
Ilan years na po tayo sa EIA? Miss Georgie?
27.
Alakpakan naman natin. Wow. You have a family already?
My son.
How many kids do you have?
4.
Sa panganay? What's your name? Patrick, how long have you been here? 7. You know what? This is the first time we met. But kitang-kita ko, he's a very, very good parent. Iwala ko kayo. Kasi habang nagsasalita ako, 1,000 plus 40, nagka-calculator din. Ano bang parent sa Tagalog? Yung kesyo, ano po, no? Ayan. Ramdam ko po, no? And I can see na you're a very good, Kaya ayaw, hinulog pa yung phone na tumitiklo. Attempt tuloy akong kunin. Grabe naman. Mukha pong, kayo isa kayo sa mga very fruitful dito sa AIA. Ulitin natin. Huwag mo na po parent, ha? Yung iba nakalabas na yung calculator, Kaya ako 27 years na dito. Mag-ano po yan ang tawag dyan, resourceful. Okay, everyone. 1,000 plus 40.
1,040.
Plus 1,000?
1,040.
Plus 30.
1,070.
Plus 1,000?
3,070.
Plus 20.
3,090.
Plus 1,000?
4,090.
Plus 10.
4,100.
Focus na focus. Sino po nagsabing 5,000? Pakitaas ang kamay. 5,000? Okay, meron pa rin. Sino nagsabing hindi 5,000? Okay, ano yung sagot?
4,100.
Sino sa inyo sagot yung kanina 5,000? Lumipat kayo ng 4,100. Pakitaas ang kamay. Be honest. Thank you for your honesty. Ganyan din ang pwede natin gawin sa ginagawa natin sa buhay, no? Yung mga beliefs natin, our beliefs can change for the good. Break the patterns in our mind and change the way we perceive them. Just like this word, stress. Stress. Sino sa inyo, you love stress? Sino sa inyo, you hate stress? Ayan, thank you. Ako din. Now, question. Who among you, alam niyo ba ang stress is one of the top 15 killers of all time. One of the most common causes of death. Pero papakita ko sa inyo yung different side of stress, no? By asking you these questions. Who among you had little stress last year? Only a little stress. Pakitaas ang kamay. Kalitan niyo na ako dito sa stage. Okay, sino sa inyo you had a moderate amount of stress? Medium lang. Sino sa inyo, just like me, you had a lot of stress? Pakitaas ang kamay. Okay, yung mga nagtaas po ng kamay, mamaya puntahan niyo po yung mga loved ones niyo. Kantahan niyo na po sila. Paalam na aking mahal. Pero ito yung maganda. They conducted a study, 30,000 people, 8 years in the making. And they found out that people who were stressed out, it increased their chances of dying by 40%. But here's the beauty of it. They were asking 2 questions. Do you believe that stress is harmful to you? Or do you believe that stress is helpful to you? Those who answered harmful, sila yung apektado. Those who answered helpful, they actually outlived even those who had little stress. Because it's not stress that kills us. It is the belief that stress is harmful. So if you change your definition of stress, we have 3 responses to stress. And this is according to neuroscience. Kelly McGonigal shared this in the upside of stress, and she said, ito yung questions, no? Kayo ba? Ito, honesty, Huwag po kayong mahiya, Sino sa inyo, naniniwala kayo that stress is harmful and should be avoided, reduced, and managed? Can you please raise your hand? Come on. Okay lang? Kung yun na, nagtaas kayo, ayaw nyo ng stress. Ayun, nahiya na iba. Okay, sino naman sa inyo, stress is helpful and should be accepted, utilized, and embraced? Yung kanina, sumagot yung one, okay lang yan. Pwede natin palitan yung natin. We can change our mind. Right? Just like our answer with 4,100. The 3 responses to stress are, first, it's a threat response. Pag pag stress na tayo, anong ginagawa natin? Ayan na. Flight, fight, or freeze. Parang nangyari kay Will Smith, nanampal siya, stress siya eh. High stress situation. Tignan ka ba naman ang asawa mo ng masama, di ba? Tumatawa ka doon sa joke ng comedian. So na-stress siya, nilapitan niya, fight. Yung iba naman, freeze. And I hope they become better, no? Ni Chris Rock, grabe si Chris Rock. Yung stressful situation sa kanya, no? Pero yung sinampal ka na, ang gagawin mo nun? But he remained composed, and he didn't retaliate. Because sometimes if you don't do anything, that's wisdom for you. Threat response. The second is attend and befriend response. That's why I hate the word social distancing. Mali yun eh. Dapat ang term dyan, physical distancing. Kasi ito yung time na kailangan maging social tayo eh. 5 kami magkakapatid, bunso ako. Yung 2 kuya ko, never ko pang nakausap sa phone na more than 10 to 15 minutes. Itong pandemic, nakausap ko isa, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, multiple times. Lalo kami naging close. Sino sa inyo meron kayong experience na parang gano'n? Right? Because it helps us to be social. Dahil nag-i-excrete tayo yung tinatawag na the cuddle hormone. Oxytocin. And yung oxytocin, it makes us aware of the people around us and we seek connection. And yan daw yung oxytocin, it can help with stress. And it gives you stress resistors. You become resistant to stress. Pero yung pangatlo, ito yung napakaganda. Pag nasa-stress daw tayo, yan yung tinatawag na challenge response. Gusto nyo example? Pakitignan nyo katabi nyo. Tingnan yung mga mukha. Challenge. Hindi kayo threatened, challenge kayo. Yung stress daw, kapag nakita mo yung stress, na-challenge ka, alam mo yung stress can help you grow into the person that you are called to be, then you can do greater things. Correct? So yung mga malapit na, kukumpit tayo, ayan na, malapit tayo mga natin, what do we do? We're challenged. We don't fight, flight, or freeze. We are challenged to give it our best. Kasi pag na-challenge tayo sa mga situations na yan, it will help us grow and become bigger and bigger and bigger until those things that we felt that we can't do before, now they become possible. And as you expose yourself to those things, then now it becomes easier and easier for you. Does that make sense? Okay? Kaya, pag stress tayo, yan yung 3. What are the 3? Can you please repeat? Can you please read after me? 1, 2, 3, go! Friend response. Then, and the friend response. Come on. Ano yung pinakahuli? Pakibasa? Tingnan rin sa katabi. Tingnan niyo yung mga mukha. Challenge. Parang hugot na hugot yung dun sa likod, ha? Okay, talagang malutong na malutong yung pagkakasabi niya. Changing our perception. You know the secret of all salespeople. You know the secret of all entrepreneurs. Those who are successful, not just successful, but they are happy with what they are doing. You want to know the secret? Mahina yung sigot. Okay, thank you very much. God bless everyone. Aba, may mga pumalakpak. Thank you, ha? Kasi yung lang bumaba sa stage. Alam mo, nasaktan ako doon sa pumalakpak, ha? Buti na lang may ilaw dito, masakit sa mata. Hindi ko nakita kung sino. Oh, siya lang yung pumalakpak, eh. Hey, thank you, thank you. Gusto nyo ba malaman yung secret? Yes! Ito yung secret. But before that, there are 3 types of people who goes to work. The first one are those people who treats their work as a job. The second one are those people who treats their work as a career. And the third one are those people who treats their work as a calling. Sino sa inyo dito, you are part-time with AIA? Pakitaas po ang kamay. Okay, good, good. Sino naman yung mga full-time dito sa AIA? Pakitaas po ang kamay. Okay? Dami, no? Pero ito, tandaan nyo, ha? Dito sa business na to, and you are. Hindi kayo ahente, this is a business. There's no such thing as part-time. Did you know that? And there's no such thing as full-time as well. Yung mga natatagal na dito, alam nila to. Because if you're just doing this part-time, you're just doing this for a season. If you're doing this full-time, you're just doing it to make a living. What you need to have is you need to have a lifetime mindset because you know what you're doing is significant to the lives of others. Lifetime mindset. So moving from a job 15-30 to a career, using your work as a launching pad to other opportunities, or turn it into a calling that no matter what your job is, you know it's significant to the lives of others. Kayo po, kayo pumapalakpak. Ngayon na pumapalakpak yung kanina pumapalakpak. Ngayon naman siya pumalakpak, nasasaktan na talaga ako, ha? Yung calling po, ang maganda kahit ang trabaho natin, pwede natin gawing calling. Kahit na janitor po tayo, pwede natin gawing calling. Pumunta ako na isang school, may nakita akong janitor. Ang tingin sa trabaho niya, mababa. Sabi ko, dapat taas mo ka. Yung ginagawa mo, marangal niya. Binubuhay mo yung pamilya mo. Yung janitor na to, pag ginawa niya yung best niya, he will start doing things that are outside of the scope of his work. And then he will grow and grow and grow. And then if there's an opportunity that opens, sino yung mapipili? Ako po nagsispeak ako sa mga companies like Jollibee. I'm so happy. Because when I speak there, I have met franchisees who started as a crew. I've spoken to companies like Samsung for their leaders. One guy, he has 300 people under him. He started as a technician. Yung ginagawa po natin, sino sa inyo dito, you are not yet a manager, pakitaas sa kamay. You want to be a manager one day, pakitaas sa kamay. Yan, kung bumaba dito yung kamay natin, biglang gumanoon. Okay, tandaan nyo to. Nakatingin sa manager. Taas mo yung kamay mo. Makuha ka sa tingin. Yan, yung ginagawa natin, no? Alam natin, hindi lang ito para sa atin. Ginagawa natin ito para sa mga tao. Challenge your limits. Define your limits, challenge your limits, and then break your limits. I'm going to share a little bit, no? Because this is very important. Ito ang top 5 villains of all time. Lahat sa negosyo natin. Okay, trivia lang. Ito daw ang top 5 villain. The most popular villains of all time. Sino po ito?
Lex Luthor.
Yan. Yung mga nanonood po dito, patayin sa sindak sa Barbara pa yata, ano? Lex Luthor. Kalaban ni? Superman. Sino po ito?
Voldemort.
Ayun. Yung mga millennials, ang sabi, Voldemort. Yung mga may edad, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. Sino naman po ito? Ayan. Hannibal Lecter. Yung mga sumagot, kapag hahalataan ko ng edad. Thank you. Sino naman yung kalaban ni Batman?
Joker.
Ayun, may mga millennial na sagot, Bane. Ang kalaban? Joker. Okay, at ito ang number 1 villain of all time. Tantananan!
Sorry.
Yan. Okay, yung mga hindi po nakakakilala ako, hindi ko rin siya kilala na kwento lang sa akin. Ito daw ang number 1 villain of all time. Eh, si Darth Vader. Alam niyo ba sa business natin ano ang number 1 villain of all time? Sarili natin, and we don't know who people are. Sometimes we don't even know who we are. Correct? Because most of the things that you will encounter in your work has nothing to do with work. The problems and challenges you have in your business, it has nothing to do with business. Most of it has something to do with people. Madali lang lahat. Madali mag-start ng agency, madali mag-start ng manager, madali magtayo ng church, mabilis magtayo ng negosyo. Pero pag may pumasok na ng tao, kahit isa lang, mahirap na. Oo, kaya yun yung kailangan natin gawin. Okay? I want to share with you, and I haven't shared this live for quite some time. Siguro mga 10 to 15 naka-live yata. Pero nag-enjoy na rin ako sa online, itong pandemic. So, it's all about relationships. I'm going to be sharing the 4 personality types. And with the 4 personality types, you will understand now what are the biggest challenges facing you. I haven't shared this before, yung mga biggest challenges. I call this the language of success. So yung 4 types is from the disc profiles from the 1920s by William Marston. I Filipinized it, contextualized it for us. So yung 4, the dominant, alam niyo ba po ito? Ano pong hayop to? Eagle. Ano po itong pangalawa? Ayan, ano pang dinaka? Rooster po yan, rooster. Ano naman po ito? May nagsabi po dito, pig. Meron bang pig na may sungay? Talagang lakas na kaya. Ano naman po ito? Hindi po yan mouse, it's a tarsier. Hindi ko na dapat isi-share. Sige, pakwento ko na rin sa inyo. Yung 4 na personality type, the first one are the dominant eagles. The dominant eagles are people who make things happen. If there is a wall in front of them and they need to get to the other side, they will look for a way to either smash through that wall. If it's too hard, they will look for a way to go around it, go over it, go under it, whatever it takes. They combine the motto of Nike and Adidas. Just do it and impossible is nothing. Ang mga dominants, for them, anything is possible. So yun yung mga mahilig sa challenges, they love results, they love to be productive. Sa kanila, ang oxygen that they breathe is productivity. Ano ang weakness ng mga dominant eagles? Sila, pag nagsalita, diretsuhan, walang personalan, trabaho lang. Nakaka-hurt tuloy ng feelings. Favorite keyword? Powerful. Favorite song? My Way. Ayan. Everyone, taas po ang kamay. Taas po ang kamay, point to the ceiling. At the count of 3, ituro nyo kung sino yung mga dominant eagle dito sa panel. 1, 2, 3, turo! Ayun. Para alam ko po kung sino yung mga dapat tulayuan mamaya, no? Yan yung mga tao na dapat yung, iwasan. Yan yung mga tao na dapat yung hangaan. Kasi ang mga dominant eagles, they make the impossible possible. Okay? What is the challenge? I won't be sharing this. This will be for another time. But what are the challenge? The biggest challenge for dominant eagles is that you build relationships with people without any agenda. Para kapag time na kailangan nyo na yung mga tao, hindi na kayo mukhang, nakikipag-usap lang sa kanila because you need something out of them. Do you follow? Okay, by the way, yung ano po natin sa, paki-check lang po yung time. Bigyan nyo ng talk ng timer. I think I failed to check kung anong time ako nag-start. Pakiflash na lang po. Are you guys doing okay?
Yes!
Except for that one person over here, no? Hindi ko po alam kung sino kayo. Are you okay?
Yes!
Okay. So, pwede po tayong dire-diretso ba?
Yes!
Build relationships. Build relationship. And there are so much more, pero ito muna yung share ko sa inyo, just focus on that. Mag-build ako ng genuine relationships kahit wala akong agenda. Do you follow? Second, or the influential rooster. Ang mga influential roosters naman, sila naman yung mga masayahin kasama, yung mga nakakatawa, yan yung mga mahilig sa mga party. They don't actually go to parties because they are the party, the life of the party. They are curious, innovative, creative. Yan yung mga influential roosters. Favorite keyword is popular. Favorite song? Don't worry, be happy. Yung mga masayahin, nakasmile, mahilig sila sa tao. Anong weakness sa mga influential roosters? Sino po dito feeling yung influential rooster kayo? Taas ang kamay? Yan ba? Yan. Ayun, di mga tumatawa. Ganyan po sila tumawa, no? Mga influential roosters. Ang mga influential roosters, yan naman, yung mga tao na weakness, makakalimutin. Yan yung mga nagpa-park sa basement 1, hinahanap yung kotse sa basement 3. Yan yung pag mga seminar na ganito, laging walang dalang ballpen yan, pero pagka-uwi, 5 yung dalang ballpen, no? Pag may nawawala kayong gamit yan na makausapin nyo, hindi naman nila sinasadya. Influential roosters, meron silang tinatawag na sakit. Ang tawag doon, atatism. Laging atat. Pero full of ideas yan. Don't take that for granted kasi they give a different type of energy na lahat tayo we can benefit from. It's contagious. Kaya lang, kailangan nila na focus. Kasi pag wala silang focus, they're gonna be doing so much. Do you follow? Influential roosters. The third one are the steady carabaos. Yung mga carabaos naman, sila naman yung mga tahimik. Yan yung mga mukhang hindi makabasag pinggan sa labas pero nasa loob ang kulog. Ang mga steady carabaos, they're steady. They're steady one step at a time, but they're consistent. They're consistent. They are the most loyal out of all. Pag naging friends mo sila, best friends kayo for life. Kaya ang favorite keyword nila, peaceful. Sila yung mga counselors. Pero favorite song naman nila, All Together Now, We Are the World. Yung mga steady Carabaos. My wife is actually a very high steady Carabao. Ayan po yung, that's not my wife, no? Kailangan po courage, and I'll share in a bit. Yan po yung wife ko. And that's Luis Manzano. Tama na ko ng kidlat. Yung wife ko, gano'n kami. Lalo na, before yung restaurant namin, sa restaurant sa Robinsons, kami madalas, Galleria. Ikatabi ko lang yun. Lalakad ko lang yan, may meeting, mamadali na ako. Pag ko lang yan, nawala sa tabi ko. Pag-tingin ko, layo-layo na. Tapos tatawagin ko yan, cut! Titingin sa akin. Chill pa rin. May mga kilala ko yung mga gano'n, yung mga walang sense of urgency. Yung mga tipong lumilindol, guguhuli yung building, sasabihin lang yan sa'yo, di ba? Okay lang yan, let's pray. Si Dominant nagwawala na, mamatay na tayo. Pero sila chill pa rin. Tapos yung wife ko, pagkakain kami, restaurant, minsan walang makainan pag manood kayo ng sine. Isa na lang bukas, kaso haba ng pila, mga 10 to 15 minutes. Pagdating namin sa counter ka, sir, what's your order? Yan yung order ko. Naisip ko na eh. Pag siya na naman tinanong ko, Kat, what's your order? Unang reaksyon, hihinga ng malalim. Kat, what's your order? So nangyari sa amin to, mga 2 to 3 times a week. Jayson, tayo kakain. Ikaw naman decide. Ikaw naman decide. Sige, Jollibee na lang tayo para sa mga bata. Inuwi na ako sa hamburger. Ikaw naman decide. Ikaw naman decide. Sige, pizza na lang tayo. Kakapizza lang natin last week. Ayun na. Kaya pag mag-asawa kayo, steady Carabao parehas, minimum order time, 1 oras. But you know what I love about my wife when we lost everything? She was the one who held us together. Because steady Carabaos, they are patient. And she would look at me, straight in the eyes without even saying a word, as if telling me she believes in me. At a time when I don't even believe in myself anymore. Sila ang best supporters, super steady Carabaos. Tsaka steady Carabaos, magagaling din ko. Marami kong kilala ng mga managers, agency managers, who are steady Carabaos, and their groups are growing. Dahil kaya nilang pakisamahan lahat. Courage, because you have what it takes. And the last one are the corrective tarsiers, yung analytical. Alam niyo ba ang tarsiers kaya na naiikot yung ulo nila? 180 degrees to the left or to the right. Sino sa inyo nakakita na ng tarsier in person? Okay, sino yung mga hindi pa nakakita? Can you raise your hand? Okay, look at the person beside you. Ayun. 180 degrees because they're analytical. Take note, sabi ko 180 hindi 360. Kasi pag 360 yung possessed na tarsier, no? Ang correctives, pag pumasok sila ng room, nakikita nila 3D. Unlike us, 2D lang. 3D, 4D, 5D. Sila yung mahilig sa Excel file, charts, yan yung mga, ayan, tumuturo na po dito, ay accounting. Mga accountants, mga doktor, mga engineers, yan ang mga corrective tarsiers. Ano ang mga weakness ng mga corrective tarsiers? They can be trapped in their own mind. Sila yung isip na mga bagay na hindi na dapat iniisip. Yung mga nagkatitigan kayo ng ganyan, di ba? Wala ka naman iniisip. Mag-iisip na yung bakit siya tumingin sa akin ng gano'n? Yung gano'n, no? Malalim sila mag-isip. Pero ang maganda sa kanila, you can ask them things that's out of this world and they can answer you. What you need to do is take action because your weakness is analysis paralysis. Favorite keyword, perfect. Favorite song, you are perfect. And that's the challenge. Those are the 4 types of people and in situations sila. Party, dumating si Dominant sa party. Ano gagawin ni Dominant? Titi niya ngayon. Ano bang mapapala ko sa party na to? May trabaho bang matatapos sayang oras? Ay walang choice. Kasama yung asawa, yung mga kaibigan mo na isang sulong. Maglalabas ng cellphone planner, magtatrabaho yung party. Influential rooster, pagdating ng party, ano gagawin? Party, dukes. Si influential, first time na kayo nag-meet sa party, but you will be relatives in 5 minutes. Steady Carabao, pagdating ng party, ano gagawin? Hahanapin na yung pinaka-komportabling sofa. Pag nakita na rin, pupunta yun doon, uupo na, hindi napapakawalan. Baka may umagope. Kasi ang motto nila sa buhay, why stand when you can sit? Di ba tapos yan, why sit when you can lie down? Relax lang bago magkulap. Si corrective tarsier, pagdating ng party, anong gagawin? Analyze. Bakit yung cortina hindi nag-match sa ilaw? Bakit yung carpet hindi punta yung tiles? Sino sa inyo dito feeling nyo corrective tarsier kayo? Analytical? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Ayan. Kita nyo po, yung mga nagagano ng logo, nagtaas ang kamay. Tandaan nyo kung sino sila. Tandaan nyo. Magagaling po yan mga intellectual, pero mag-ingat kayo kung saan sila. Pagkasama yung mga corrective tertiary, tandaan nyo to, huwag na huwag kayong magsusuot ng fake. Alam nyo yun? Di ba nakasuot ka ng lakos, pagtingin yan, bakit kulang yung ngipin ng buhaya? Alam nyo na yun? So you have to be careful with these people. Mag-ingat kayo. So those are the four, and ito yung papakita ko sa inyo, no, in our ending, that all of us, we are all important. And only together can we achieve so much more. Now, I'm going to be closing, and before I close, okay, ito po yung golden rule. Sino sa inyo naniniwala sa golden rule? Can you please raise your hand? Of course, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. But I'm going to show you something else. Who among you here are married? Pakita sa kamay? May question ako sa inyo. Why? Sino na lang yung mga happily married? May mga nabawasan ng konti, no? Ito na lang pala. Sino sa inyo, you have 2 or more children? Pakita sa kamay? 2 or more children? Okay. Who among you, you love your children equally? Pakita sa kamay? Yan, dominance, pwede kayo umamin? Hindi. Who among you, you treat your children equally? Pakita sa kamay? Okay, good. The first one is correct. You should love your children equally. That is the golden rule. And it applies to universal principles like love, joy, and peace. But when it comes to people, we need to move a different direction, to go off tangent. It's not about treating others the way you want to be treated. It is about treating others the way they want to be treated. Because the way you want to be treated may not necessarily be the way they want to be treated. And in sales, you can use this. You don't sell to people the way you want to buy. You sell to people how they want to buy. You sell to people the way they want to be sold. Does that make sense? Okay? So, for those of you, I just want to share this before I end. I have, I can't encapsulate this talk for just 45 minutes or 1 hour. I will be doing this for you guys, and don't worry, I won't be selling you anything. This is for free. You can take a picture of this, and you can watch a video around 45 minutes as an add-on to this. And this is only for you guys, yung Limitless 2022. Okay, so that I can get connected with you, and if you want to stay connected, get updated with what I do, what my team does, you are welcome to do so. So take a picture of this, and please give us a few days before we upload it. Okay? And for those of you who are interested to grab copies of my books, it's outside. Check them out. There are 3, Unique, Youth, and Determined. In National Bookstore, if you get this, or in Shopee, it's around 1,300. But just for today, because you guys are special to me, just for today, 1,290 na lang. Para lang sa inyo yan, ha? So, itong dalawang, no? We only do this for live events. You can get it at this amount. Ayan po, for the 3, may mga kumuha na kanina. And my promise for you is that after you read the book, you will never look at yourself the same way again. And you can help me send my kids to school. Kung sa mga hindi po nakakuha ng joke, hinga muna kayo malalim. Ako niya, no? Pagtapos na yung pandemic, pinyano lang kayo natawag isa. Bakit tumatawa? Nakuha ko na yung joke last year, no? And I know that this can add value to you guys, and you will know your strengths and weaknesses and your personality. You can share this to your team. Alam ko makakatulong sa kanila ito. Now, I want everyone to stand up. How can we be invincible? Being invincible is not an individual game. Being invincible is about a team game. Being invincible is being together, all of us. Staying together, staying stronger. This is Dr. John Maxwell, and he said, the difference between average people and successful people is your reaction to failure. How do you react to failure? Right? Kasi pag nag-fail tayo, that's not the opposite of success. Did you know that? The opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is fear. Because we didn't do what we're intended to do. I'm gonna skip some slides and head on to the last part. Ito pa papakita ko sa inyo. Okay? Gusto niyo po malaman yung secret kanina na sabi ko? Magbuhay pa pala ako. Sandali lang. This is the secret. Answer the question. How do I turn my work? How do I turn my AIA business into a spiritual pursuit? Into a calling? And this is how you do it. The secret to success from the book, The Leadership Challenge. Around 30, 40 years of data of leaders, hundreds of thousands of leaders from all around the world, and they ended the book with this one statement, the secret to success. You see, malaman yung secret to success? This is it. The secret to success, it may sound corny, it may sound cheesy, but the secret to success is stay in love. Tingin mo sa katabi. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, I love you. Sabi mo. Remain standing Ito po. Sino sa inyo dito? Anyway, nakatayo na po tayo lahat. I'll do a final activity, but I was supposed to do this before that. Sino sa inyo dito, you've been with AIA for more than 10 years? Can you please raise your hand? Raise your hand. Okay. Look around. Okay. Put your hands down. Globally here, you are part of the MDRTs, whether now or before. Can you please raise your hand? Okay, give them a big hand. Taas po ang kamay. Taas po ang kamay. Okay. Taas po ang kamay, everyone. Taas po ang kamay. Sino sa inyo dito yung mga nasa MDRT at one point, because of the challenges, because it was quite hard, there was a point that you wanted to quit, but you didn't quit because you know that this is your calling. Okay, taas po ang kamay. Kita nyo, lahat. In my experience, 100% of the time, but you can put it 99% of the time, all top performers at one point in their career, they wanted to quit, but they didn't quit. Why? Because they have not fallen in love with what they are doing, they have stayed in love. Falling in love is a feeling. Staying in love, it is a decision. Falling in love, it is your emotions, but staying in love, it is your devotion to the field of endeavor that you have endeavored into. There will be times when you don't feel like doing what you're doing, and that's a time when you need to do it. That's a time when you need to love it. I love my wife, I love my children, but honestly, there are times when I don't feel like loving my wife. Yung mga nandito, sino sa inyo ganyan na experience? May mga nagsasabi na mag-asawa kami, mahal na mag-asawa, all the time sinungaling yun. May mga times you don't feel like loving siya. Mga anak ko, mahal naman ka, I will give my life to them without even batting an eyelash. Pero minsan gusto ko ibang sa bintana. Sa sobrang kakulitan. Yun yung time na kailangan natin gawin to stay in love. Now, pasok po tayo sa final activity, being invincible. Gawin po natin ulit yung kanina. Raise your right hand, point to the ceiling. Can you do circles? Nahirap? Madali lang. Pakibay naman. Ngayon, dalawang kamay, pakataas. Point to the ceiling. Circle sa kanan, triangle sa kaliwa. Mahirap pa rin, di ba? Okay, ito po gawin natin. Everyone, can you look for a partner? Yung katabi nyo na lang, tingin mo sa partner. Sabihin mo sa partner mo, hi partner. Sabihin mo, partner. Isa pa, partner. You look good. Okay, sino yung partner mo? Sabihin mo, partner. Joke lang. Okay lang naman po tayo kung hindi po okay sa inyo, magtabi na lang kayo. Pero kung okay lang, pwede ba kayo mag-captive-bisig ng partner niyo? Captive-bisig? Ayan. Okay? Lahat po nung nasa kanan, with your right hand, can you point to the ceiling? Can you do circles? Lahat nung nasa kaliwa, with your left hand, point to the ceiling. Can you do triangles? Kaya na? Kaya na, di ba? Okay, pakiwa ito naman. Everyone on the right, can you do with your right foot squares? Lahat mo na nasa kaliwa, with your left foot, can you do triangles? Kaya na? Why? Because together, we can achieve so much more. To be invincible is not about me, it is about we. And if you come together, you'll be able to achieve a